So I didn't say anything about the new moon or hardly any of the astrology because we don't do astrology, babes. We are astrology. Your innards are directly connected to the cosmos. The sciences that are correct that we have now that are really just people that are toying with their own lives. They don't want you to know the truth, so these scientists kind of look like wizards or something. It's like it's just getting more and more simple, and they're like the word salad still, you know. Babylon. The aspects that are happening in the sky with the Mars oppose Venus, and then the Mars is over there fucking with Neptune. Where the fuck did you guys go? Men? Talking about now Venus is opposing. She's fiery as hell in Sagittarius over there. I happen to have a fire rising. What a waste of fucking time dealing with these narcissists that aren't. First of all, their awareness is not rooted in reality. Not yet. I say not yet because that's the pardon how I look, babe. I am beat to a fucking pulp, and I can't um I can't I can't dispense my energy into the the lower matrix frequency where they're just spinning tops. Their elevator does not go all the way to the top. I'm sorry if I didn't continue my last train of thought. Talk about a fucking paradigm. Like, watch out, man. The damn Mars over there in Gemini. It's a one. Oh my God, Gemini, Mars, babes. These people don't slow down anyway. They don't ever just come to. I don't say a conclusion, but can you relax? Just say, look, it's all there. It's great. Isn't it great that there's all these sides and you can argue with this side and you can argue with that side? Can you just relax? Woo! Mars and Gemini for the next, we've got like how many more months of this? Because it's going really slowly retrograde and it's squaring Neptune. Now, babes, Neptune, it's directly involved with my Venus, opposing my Venus. Because it's an opposition, it's not like that I have glasses on that I can't see through it all. I have rose-colored glasses on, and I'm like, babes, dude, I do this spiritually all the time. I'm going to make this toxic-ass shit work in my life. And I'm looking at all of this silver lining through all of the dark clouds. I'm like, this can work, and that does work, and it's so amazing, and this is so romantic, and oh God, I feel amazing. Well, nobody else is there with me with kind of looking at those silver linings. And of course, they're being more aspected into the like, fuck, I can't see shit, excuse me, see you later. There's a possibility of hearing anything else, but let's just follow this bullshit lower matrix fucking fear-driven crap. Woo! And, you know, I'm going to keep going, woo! You're going to know. That's really me. You know why? Whew. I'm in Aries rising at 6 degrees, babes. Talk about how Jupiter is at 28 degrees right now. In Pisces. See, I was just about to tell you, you know, we don't do astrology, babe. You are astrology. It's the only real science that points at all other possible known sciences to the human aperture. If there was a one-world religion, what do you think it would be? I mean, we already know it's not astrology, because astrology can't be it. That is the Antichrist. Do you know what the Antichrist is? Do we have to clear it up? It's not hocus pocus, man. We're not looking at a goat over there with a swirling fucking thing in the background, and you're not even looking at me. Yes, you are. If I tell you that I am the truth, and there is nothing more, that this is it. This is it. The Word made the universe. First there was the Word. No. Words are Antichrist. You want to know what Antichrist means? Anti-reality, anti-truth, anti-is. It's just you can't put it in a word. The word will point at it. Now, if the word says, I'm just a pointer. See, like this. I'm just a pointer pointing at the moon. Don't look at me. Look at the moon. If this says that I am the truth, And this is what you're supposed to be looking at? Antichrist! Antichrist! Go get your 5-year-old and replay that one. Because you don't understand. Your mind is fucking gone, man. You're thinking of fantasy and fairy tales, and here comes... What Christ? What does Christ mean except for... is... you know... Just do the right math. Break it down. There is an R there, so you can do a lot of things there. You know, there's it. It is... I don't know, babe. You can simplify. You know, it's not a lie. Thanks for listening to all this. Like I said, what I really wanted to mention about our astrology in the air right now is that dynamic with the Venus that's trining Jupiter, the feminine energy. Okay, so now let's talk about the feminine energy. There's a really positive side to her that's rising. There's also a really negative thing that's happening all month. The black moon. The black moon feminine, who I have yet to get to know her, because we might have this in us. This is the one I think, because I'm looking at, like, well, where's the divine feminine? Where's the divine masculine? There's the black moon that's opposing, black moon Lilith is opposing Pluto at around 25 or 24 degrees or something. But this directly affects my Mercury, and it affects some other people's Mercuries out there. They actually have black moon Lilith sitting right on their Mercury in Cancer at about 26 or 25. And that tells me that they have a dictator. I already fucking figured it out. I was like, this person doesn't have... Some men... this is the problem with men. You gotta know this, babes. This is how women can take such control of them, is because they're in their minds so much. And women... Now let's talk about black moon Lilith, babes. Women, some of them, 80%, I don't know you guys. I don't really hang out, so I can say that. Doesn't matter to me, babes. But I noticed some of you, and I'm like, I clash with you, because 80% of women are preying on the fact that men are susceptible to the illusion of the mind. They are men, God's soldiers here, and they are highly programmable, right? Well, what are women here to do but to program them up? And now, I'm not an ego saying that. I'm somebody who plays like a child, and it's like a natural function that happens between the species. But we are human, we're not animals. So, but you can apply how that there's an intelligence system here that kind of does something, and it's just divine and beautiful and amazing. But the problem is the programming that can become interfered with it. We are very sensitive to programming, and we have, having said that, babes, we haven't even began to start a civilization. We're trying to... Okay, so now getting back to the black moon Lilith that's opposing Pluto. What that means to me, because first of all, I'm a Plutonian person. And this happens to be sitting on... Pluto has been fucking with my Mercury. I warned people about that on Facebook. 9 minutes of this shit right now. I'm sorry about this, but the stuff that's happening in the sky, it's like I said, it's really swirling around in us all, the cosmos, the changes, the way that there's much more to our beings than just plop. We are a biological... Now we gotta learn. It's like, no, learn astrology and find out what time it is now. The possibility of you, that's all. I'm not saying that astrology does everything. No. You need to learn about the truth somehow. And like I said, astrology points at all possible known truths, sciences that are observable to man. It's the planetary alignments, and there's all kinds of controversy on that, about that, if it's right or wrong. And it's like, if you look up at the sky, Look at the truth about it. You find the moon, find Jupiter, look at it. Is that the constellation Gemini up there? Is it behind or before Gemini? It's in Gemini. When you see the constellation up there, you can't switch it and say, well, it's actually sidereal. And it's actually in Cancer instead. There's all this fucking confusion about people. It's like, you're not going to avoid, period, that you are connected to a higher mind that is God's. Now, gosh, I'm going to end this at some ridiculous notion that we are inside of God's mind here. We are in his brain, and he has his evolutionary consciousness that he's doing, and we can see parts of what time it is for him. He says it's time for his little dream members of human consciousness down here in the middle dimension. He says it's time to wake up a little more through the cosmos, man. The earth is alive. You're alive. You're not going to be the living dead listening to fucking Walt Disney or any of your 365,000 different religions. Thank you for listening to this. It's a burning passion at times with this Venus and Mars opposition. If you're directly involved with it, you can't help but to notice. You're in the middle of holding some kind of ground, and you don't know if it's fun or the most wicked thing. It's like you notice it's like this is not really even serious, but it is, because it's like it's an illusion of love happening. But you better hold ground and make sure it comes out to the fullest potential, because we are growing goodness here. Women are being challenged right now. Now I'm talking about men too. The more, I call it the virgin territory, the original programming. You got Black Moon Lilith over there right now contending with that truth. That's what the opposition of Pluto tells me. If you have it aspecting you, you're in the middle of thinking, does this presence in my life as a nurturer, is it actually nurturing? Does it have enough truth in it that it actually has a foundation that I can walk on and says, I am fully satisfied? That's a really big thing, because Black Moon Lilith, okay, so Black Moon Lilith, babes. What I understand about Lilith, she represents that the side that you don't see. It's like, well, where did she go? Well, we're messing with it's really confusing, because we're messing with the mainstream version of women and men, and they're just like ciphered. Their hearts are ripped out, and they don't have their real intelligence going. And just go with the blueprint and try and maintain this fucking thing. It's really like, thank God we found a way to individually destroy you, because it's a war on you out there. We got to figure out how to do it. Let's create something called marriages.